What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another Prizepicks NFL player props video. This one going to be breaking down the Week 1 Monday Night Football matchup between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Excited to get into it. Going to be giving you guys two picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in this matchup for this Monday Night Football game. If you have not checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you win money off of picking the over and under on things like players' passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards, pass rushing, receiving yards, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS when you sign up today to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Again, that is code KJK DFS. If you are going to be very serious, would highly recommend you check out the premium content packages. If you aren't a premium content member of mine, you're going to get access to a whole bunch. If you want just access to my core plays weekly, nightly, for a certain app and certain sport, the lower tier packages are offered at a $24.99 price tag. However, if you're really looking to step up your game, get access to all my instant alerts, prize picks, tickets, underdog, sleeper tickets, value alerts, all that stuff. Check out the KJK DFS VIP member package, which would have paid off this weekend. I did a quick little review as far as my value alerts are concerned in the Discord, and here are a few examples. So number one had Aaron Jones with some juice on the under 60.5 rushing yards. We were able to capitalize on that at 61.5. That ended up getting bumped down to like 57. And that cash, you can see here, he ended up ending with 41 under the 61.5. Value alert number two that I have up here was the Tua over 20.5 pass completions. You can see I had that up for underdog and prize picks. Once again, he cashed very easily on that one, ended up with 30 plus. And lastly, Justin Herbert, I was able to find some value. There was juice on the over 10.5 rushing yards. We had it at 8.5 at one point on prize picks and sent in that value alert immediately to the VIP. You can see with the results, once again, he cashed at 18. So always looking to find value over there. That's a quick little example of the value alerts that you're going to get. You're going to get access to all my tickets as soon as I place them. But I thought that was a quick little review of kind of what I have to offer over there. A nice little feature, the value alerts. I'm really looking to ramp that up. The Discord, adding more features every single day. And that price tag will remain the same, that $49.99 a month. Keep in mind, you get access to every single sport. So we have the NFL going on right now, college football going on, WNBA, MLB all at once. Become a VIP, you get access to every single sport that I cover. So check that out if you're interested. If you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. And let's go ahead and get into this breakdown. So first thing that we need to address is the weather. Right off the bat, this game is going to be a bit of a unique scenario because we have heavy rain, storms pregame, likely to continue into the early portions of the game, dry out later, but the field could get sloppy. I'd expect runs, turnovers to increase. With passing still possible, but not crisp, as well as a better weather day. That's kind of the breakdown. Just so you guys know, we are dealing with some weather in this game. As far as the props that I would like to target, let's talk about it. So prop number one, we're going to talk about the quarterback on the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Just talked about the weather. I think a big thing in this game is going to be an increase in runs, as I had discussed, and Josh Allen is a running quarterback. As a matter of fact, he has the best rushing grade as far as the entire NFL in rushing last year. I'm looking at Josh Allen's numbers, 92.8 PFF run grade. That tops all QBs in the entire NFL. That tops Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, Jacoby Brissett, Patrick Mahomes, Daniel Jones, Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, Joe Burrow, etc. in that top 10. Josh Allen, the best rushing quarterback in the entire NFL as far as his rushing grade is concerned. And with this game having some weather concerns, with them not being able to possibly throw as much, I'm anticipating there's going to be more design runs for Josh Allen as there was last year in these matchups. You look at Josh Allen in his games versus the New York Jets. The New York Jets, one thing that I forgot to address actually, is one of the top defenses in the entire NFL, as is the Buffalo Bills. So you add in that as well. Looking at the pass rush as far as the grades are concerned for these two teams. Top three, New York Jets, 81.6 grade as far as the pass rush is concerned. Buffalo Bills coming number 5 at 78.8 pass rush. So both really good defenses. Josh Allen taking on these New York Jets. Once again, top 3 as far as pass rushing is concerned. Their run defense isn't quite as strong with a 74 rush defense grade. That's going to put them down here as far as in the league at number 6. Still really, really good, but the pass rush, overall phenomenal defense. What I think that's going to do is force Josh Allen to run, like I said, as he did last year in this same matchup. I'm not a big look at the last time these teams played guy. I think that's not really the appropriate process. However, in this example with the weather and the defense, I think it kind of is a good example just of how he's going to have to kind of be forced to run in this one. Because when you look at his matchup last year against the same New York Jets, Played them in week 9. He rushed 9 times for 86 yards. Then played them again in week 14. He rushed 10 times for 47 yards. So rushed 10 times and 9 times respectively in these two matchups against the New York Jets. And I think he's going to have to rush a lot in this one with this game. Like I said, the weather not being so good, the pass rush being good. He's going to have to I think there might be more designed runs. And for that reason, I do like his rushing attempts prop over here on Prizepicks. 7.0 is a little bit less than ideal. There is some pretty heavy juice on it at 6.5. It'd be nice if we get it at 6.5, but we just talked about it as far as how many times he ran. He did top this 7 number in both games. 9 times in week 9. Where's the other time they played? In week 14, he ran 10 times. So topped this both times they played last year. Once again, with the weather, I think there's going to be more design runs. And then lastly, on DraftKings Sportsbook, we're looking at some serious juice on the over 6.5, minus 160 juice on the over 6.5. So worst case, we push if he ends with 7 rush attempts. You can make an argument for his rushing yards as well. That was one I was looking at. I just think there's better value on the attempts. He doesn't have to have successful attempts. He just has to run the ball 7 times or more. And like I said, with the weather, with that really good pass rush, possibly forcing Josh Allen out of the pocket a lot, expect him to have to run quite a bit. Even if he has to just scramble out of the pocket and just run out to the sidelines for like 2 yards, that's a rush attempt. We'll take it. Just has to do that 7 or more times to push, 8 or more times to catch the prop. I think he's able to do so in this one for sure. Weather concern, pass rush really good, run defense really good. Expect more design runs here with the rain coming down in this game tonight in New York. So pick number 1, we're going with the over 7 rush attempts here for Josh Allen. And pick number 2, we will go on to the other side of this New York Jets game for a nice pair for you guys. And I want to discuss the running back game here because, once again, expect there to be a lot of runs, expect there to be a lot of action on the ground. I also would expect for there to be a lot of checkdowns, though, and that's going to favor a guy in Dalvin Cook here for the New York Jets. It's expected to slide in next to Breece Hall here in this New York Jets offense. Now, one thing that I will say is Breece Hall, I don't anticipate being 100%. Dalvin Cook, one of the best rushers in the entire NFL, and now he's sliding into this role for the New York Jets, where I do think he's going to be leaned on pretty heavily in this one. So looking at his overall rushing grades last year, once again in Minnesota, so a different team now for the New York Jets, but really good run grades, really good passing ability as well in the pass game, which is something I want to discuss with the weather. Like I said, I think there might be a lot of checkdowns here from Aaron Rodgers to Dalvin Cook, which is really going to be favorable for him on Prizepicks, specifically because it is a PPR format. So talked about that weather. Expect there to be a lot of running. Expect there to be a lot of check down short passes with the rain coming down heavily. And I think that's going to favor Dalvin Cook in a major way here. Not to mention that I do think Breece Hall is going to be somewhat limited here coming off an injury. As far as the latest reports coming out of camp, is expected to be a little bit limited as far as the latest on the injury report from SIC Sports Center Central. Cook returned to practice, start of the season, undergoing shoulder surgery in the offseason. He's believed to recover and be 100%. However, Breece Hall not 100% coming off that ACL injury. So few different things happening here for me that make me like Dalvin Cook. 1, we talked about the weather. 2, I like the fact that this is a PPR format over here on Prizepicks. Looking at the scoring chart here, if you're targeting fantasy score as far as how it's going to break down, you get 6 points for receiving touchdowns, 0.1 for receiving yards, 6 for rushing touchdowns. So if he's able to find pay dirt, that's a lot. Like I said, PPR format, so you're getting 1 point for every reception. Now we look at Dalvin Cook's game logs. Once again, he is in a different system, so, just factor that in. But he's playing with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. I don't think that's going to be a problem for him. Don't think that's going to hurt him. But you look at his game logs as far as his targets, receptions. Week 19, 6 receptions on 7 targets. 1 and 1 on 18, 2 for 3 targets, 3 receptions, 4 receptions. So you can see 3, 4, 6 receptions there. Has the ability to create in the pass game. If they're going to check it down to him because of this weather and he's able to create, that's going to add up very quickly. And they have his fantasy score prop here. Simply too low, in my opinion, in this environment. Once again, talked about the injury for Breece Hall. Coming off that injury, I think he could be somewhat limited. I think they're going to rely on Dalvin Cook in a pretty heavy way. And he's at 10.5 fantasy score over here on Prizepicks. Once again, you get 1 point for every reception. If they check it down to him like 4 or 5 times, you're automatically at 5 fantasy points. If he's able to find the end zone in this one, which is the 3rd favorited player in the entire game to score a touchdown, you got Stephon Diggs, Garrett Wilson, then Dalvin Cook. As far as the DraftKings Sportsbook, as far as favors to get in the end zone. I think he's going to have to run a lot, like I said, with the rain, ground and pound. I like the fact that Breece Hall is coming off that injury, and they're probably going to rely on Cook a little bit heavier to start out the season at least. And then I like the fact that this is a PPR format. And then lastly, I would just say I haven't projected over. I mean, it's that simple. The projections I have factor in every single thing. Prizepicks having him at 10.5. I've kind of projected to go out there and put up right around 14 fantasy points with a ceiling of 20 plus. So I think there's many ways that Dalvin Cook can clear this prop for you. If he's able to catch those little short check down passes because of the rain, that's 1 point as far as PPR is concerned. Once again, I think he can score touchdowns. And once again, I think the game script really does favor him as far as the rain is concerned. Having to rely more on the run, having to rely more probably on those short check down passes. I do like the over 10.5 fantasy score here tonight for Mr. Dalvin Cook. Can create on the ground, can create on the air. He's got Aaron Rodgers under center to throw in those little short check down passes. And I think this 10.5 fantasy score prop is a great one to capitalize here on this Monday Night Football game. And that will be my 2 picks to get you in some money over here on Prizepicks in the NFL for this Monday Night Football game between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Once again, you can use the promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. And once again, if you're looking to get more access to more content from me, those are value push alerts. All picks, all tickets, all apps that I cover, the KJK DFS VIP member package is going to be where it's at. That is patreon.com/KJK_DFS. And I will be linking that in the description as well as commenting it with all of my sign-up links if you want to get those deposit matches on sites such as Prizepicks, Underdog, Sleeper, Parlay Play, Thrive Fantasy. So, wishing you guys all the best of luck on your Prizepicks NFL player props tonight. We will see you in the next one.